Welcome to Country, where we celebrate the artists, the stories, and the songs that define a genre built on heart and soul. Today, we dive into the extraordinary journey of one of country music's most authentic and trailblazing voices, Kip Moore. From humble beginnings to topping the charts with unforgettable anthems, Kip has built a career defined by passion, grit, and an unwavering commitment to staying true to himself. He's not just a singer or a songwriter, he's a storyteller, a rebel, and a beacon for anyone who's ever dared to dream big. So grab your boots and settle in, because this is the story of Kip Moore. Let's dive in. Born on April 1st, 1980, in a small town with big dreams, Kip Moore has risen to become one of the most electrifying voices in country music. A singer, a songwriter, and a storyteller, Kip's journey is one of grit, passion, and undeniable talent. Signed to Virgin Music Group, Moore's unmistakable sound first took root during his time with MCA Nashville, where he released 5 critically acclaimed studio albums. His breakout hit, the chart-topping Somethin Bout a Truck, cemented his place in the hearts of country fans and introduced the world to his signature blend of raw emotion and anthemic energy. But that was just the beginning. With 12 entries on the Billboard Hot Country Songs and Country Airplay charts, including 4 more unforgettable top 10 hits, Kip carved out a legacy of success fueled by his relentless drive and authenticity. Yet Kip's talents extend beyond his own music. As a songwriter, he's crafted hits for other stars, penning songs for Frankie Ballard, Thompson Square, and James Wesley, proving that his artistry knows no bounds. Born in the quiet town of Tifton, Georgia, Kip Moore grew up surrounded by the warmth of family and the pull of small-town life. The son of Bonnie and Stan Moore, Kip shared his childhood with 2 brothers and 3 sisters, forming the close-knit bonds that would shape his grounded yet adventurous spirit. But life was not without its hardships. In September 2011, Kip faced a devastating loss when his father passed away, just months before the world would hear Kip's debut album. That heartbreak became fuel for his art, infusing his music with the raw emotion fans have come to know and love. Kip's journey into music began modestly. While attending Wallace State Community College in Huntsville, Alabama, he discovered a new passion: playing guitar. His first performance wasn't on a grand stage, but at a local Mellow Mushroom restaurant in Valdosta, Georgia, where he shared his voice with a handful of unsuspecting diners. But even then, there was a spark. After college, Kip craved something more, a deeper connection to the world. He packed his bags and moved to a little hut in Hawaii, where he found inspiration in the rhythm of the waves, the freedom of backpacking, and the thrill of surfing. It was a time of self-discovery, but the call of music never left him. In 2004, Kip took a leap of faith, moving to Nashville, Tennessee, the city where dreams are made and broken. It was there that fate introduced him to songwriter and producer Brett James. With James's mentorship, Kip secured his first publishing deal, setting him on the path to becoming one of country music's most compelling storytellers. Kip Moore's rise to stardom was anything but overnight. He spent 8 years grinding in Nashville, writing, performing, and chasing the elusive dream, before finally landing a record deal with MCA Nashville. Those years weren't glamorous, but they were formative, shaping the grit and determination that define his music today. In 2011, Kip released his debut single, Mary Was the Marrying Kind. While it only peaked at number 45 on the Billboard country charts, it was a crucial first step, a spark in a sea of stars. But Kip wasn't done. On September 27, 2011, he unveiled his second single, Somethin Bout a Truck. That song would change everything. By April 2012, Kip released his debut album, Up All Night, a collection of songs brimming with authenticity and heart. Kip didn't just lend his voice to the project, he co-wrote every track, crafting stories that spoke directly to the soul of his listeners. Produced by Brett James, the album was a labor of love and relentless effort. And just 1 month after its release, Somethin Bout a Truck soared to the top of the Billboard country charts, earning Kip his first #1 hit. The momentum didn't stop there. Up All Night continued to deliver with chart-topping singles like Beer Money and the tender, heartfelt Hey Pretty Girl. Both tracks landed in the top 5, cementing the album's status as a phenomenon. By the end of 2013, Up All Night was celebrated as the most commercially successful debut album by a male country artist for 2 years running, a feat that marked Kip as a true force in the genre. But Kip's songwriting talents weren't confined to his own albums. He penned 2 tracks, All the Way and Let's Fight, for Thompson Square's debut album. with the latter serving as their first single. He also co-wrote James Wesley's 2012 hit Walking Contradiction and contributed to Frankie Ballard's fiery 2016 single, Cigarette. Each collaboration was a testament to Kip's ability to weave magic into music, no matter who performed it. By late 2013, Kip Moore was riding high, but the music industry is unforgiving, and every artist faces their challenges. Kip announced his fifth single, Young Love, a heartfelt anthem that climbed to number 22 on country airplay by March 2014. Yet despite its potential, the song fell short of expectations. The follow-up single, Dirt Road, struggled to even break the top 40, leaving Kip at a crossroads. For most artists, this might have been a moment of doubt, a reason to play it safe. But Kip Moore isn't most artists. Frustrated but determined, he made a bold decision to scrap his entire second album and start over. It was a risky move, one that showcased his relentless commitment to creating music that felt authentic, not just marketable. Out of this creative reset came I'm to Blame, the fiery lead single from his 2015 album Wild Ones. The track was a statement, raw, unapologetic, and full of the swagger that had come to define Kip's sound. Wild Ones was more than just an album. It was a declaration of independence, a collection of songs born from passion and perseverance. It was Kip's way of reclaiming his narrative, proving to both himself and the world that he wasn't here to follow trends. He was here to set them. The journey didn't stop there. In 2016, Kip took yet another creative turn, releasing his first EP, Underground. With standout tracks like My Kind and an acoustic version of Midnight Slow Dance, the EP offered fans a glimpse into Kip's soul, a raw, stripped-down sound that highlighted his artistry in its purest form. It was a gift to his loyal supporters and a reminder that Kip Moore wasn't just surviving in the industry, he was thriving on his own terms. By early 2017, Kip Moore was ready to chart a new chapter in his career. On February 10th, he released More Girls Like You, a breezy track that offered fans a taste of what was to come. But at the time, the full story was still a mystery. An unannounced album lingered on the horizon, stirring anticipation among his loyal listeners. Then on June 21st, 2017, Kip unveiled the details. The album would be called Slowheart, a name that seemed to embody his essence, steady, soulful, and unshakably genuine. Released on September 8th, 2017, Slowheart showcased a confident and reflective Kip Moore, delivering songs that balanced his trademark grit with introspective storytelling. The album was a testament to Kip's growth as an artist, cementing his place as one of country music's most distinctive voices. But Kip wasn't done experimenting. On November 16th, 2018, he pulled back the curtain even further, releasing his second EP, Room to Spare, The Acoustic Sessions. This stripped-down collection offered a raw, intimate look at his craft, with 7 acoustic tracks that let the lyrics and emotion take center stage. Fans were treated to songs like Tennessee Boy, an acoustic rendition of Plead the Fifth, and the evocative It Ain't California. Each track felt like a quiet moment with Kip himself, personal, unguarded, and deeply moving. The Slowheart era proved that Kip Moore wasn't afraid to evolve, to slow down and dig deep, delivering music that resonated not just as entertainment, but as a reflection of his journey and heart. By May 2019, Kip Moore had already left an indelible mark on country music, but he wasn't done pushing boundaries. In a quiet announcement on social media, he revealed that his 4th studio album was complete, teasing fans with the promise of new music. Though no release date had been set, anticipation began to build as Kip dropped hints, including a June update that he was finalizing mixes. Something special was brewing, and fans could feel it. On August 9th, 2019, Moore stoked the flames of excitement with the release of She's Mine, the lead single for his yet unnamed album. The song had a story of its own. Written over a decade earlier, it had been waiting for its moment to shine. Finally released in 2019, it showcased Kip's ability to revisit the past and turn it into something fresh and timeless. The song's arrival marked the start of a new chapter, one steeped in both nostalgia and renewed energy. By March 2020, the mystery was finally unraveled. Kip unveiled the title track of his highly anticipated album, Wild World, a poignant and introspective song that offered a glimpse into the heart of his latest project. That same day, he sat down with Billboard to reflect on the album's themes and his creative process. hinting at the deeply personal journey captured in its 13 tracks. Released on May 29, 2020, Wild World was a bold exploration of the struggles and triumphs that come with living authentically. With 12 of the 13 songs co-written by Kip himself, the album was a masterclass in storytelling, raw, unapologetic, and utterly captivating. One of the album's standout preview tracks, Southpaw, arrived on April 17, 2020. The song, with its defiant and rebellious tone, reflected Kip's outsider spirit, a southpaw throwing punches in a world that often demands conformity. It was a battle cry for dreamers and fighters alike, perfectly encapsulating the album's ethos. Even as Wild World made waves, Kip continued to revisit his roots. In January 2022, he released a re-recorded version of Crazy One More Time, a fan favorite from his debut album, Up All Night. The updated rendition breathed new life into the track, serving as a reminder of how far Kip had come while staying true to his beginnings. Sent to country radio on January 24, 2022, the song was a bridge between past and present, a full-circle moment for an artist who's never stopped evolving. With Wild World, Kip Moore didn't just release an album, he offered a window into his soul. It was a record born of introspection, resilience, and a refusal to settle, solidifying Kip's reputation as one of country music's most authentic and fearless voices. On February 24, 2023, Kip Moore returned with a new chapter in his storied career, unveiling Damn Love, the lead single from his 5th studio album. This wasn't just a song, it was a statement, a bold step forward for an artist known for wearing his heart on his sleeve. Just 2 months later, on April 28, 2023, Moore released the full album, also titled Damn Love, a 13-track exploration of love, heartbreak, and the complexities of the human spirit. While longtime fans would still find echoes of Moore's signature themes, nostalgia, missed opportunities, and the ache of dislocation, Damn Love offered something new, hope. It was a more reflective, optimistic journey, woven together with poetic finesse. The sonic palette also marked a departure from Moore's grittier, guitar-driven past. Instead, he leaned into a lighter, keyboard-driven sound that carried a distinct 80s sheen. It was a risk, but one that paid off as the album unfolded with layers that rewarded patient listeners. Kinda Bar, the album's 2nd single, was released on March 24, 2023, capturing a slice of small-town life with its warm, relatable vibe. Meanwhile, the title track, Damn Love, became the centerpiece of the album's rollout. As the lead-off song, its radio-friendly appeal and heartfelt message encapsulated the project's overarching themes of connection and longing. Together, these tracks served as the gateway to an album that wasn't about instant gratification, but about taking listeners on a journey. Damn Love is a body of work built for exploration. Its subtleties and nuances breathe more deeply with each listen. While it doesn't deliver the bombastic, arena-ready anthems of Moore's earlier albums, it offers something even more profound, a ruggedly poetic reflection on love and life, delivered with restraint and sincerity. The guitars are quieter, the vocals more measured, but the emotional impact remains powerful. The production choices, marked by shimmering keys and a brighter nostalgic texture, may catch listeners off guard at first, but they ultimately underscore the depth of the storytelling. Critics have likened the album to Bruce Springsteen's Tunnel of Love, a comparison that speaks to Moore's willingness to forego the obvious in favor of introspection and authenticity. For those willing to ride the Damn Love journey to its end, the rewards are plentiful. It's an album that challenges, invites, and ultimately envelops its audience in Kip Moore's unique perspective on the human condition. With Damn Love, Moore reaffirms his place as one of country music's most fearless and introspective storytellers, crafting songs that are less about the spotlight and more about the soul. On March 17, 2024, Kip Moore made a monumental announcement. After years of collaboration, he and his longtime label, MCA, were parting ways. It was a bold move, one that signaled not just a shift in his career, but a reflection of his desire for creative freedom. The news sent ripples through the country music world, leaving fans and industry insiders alike eager to see what the future would hold for the artist who had always marched to the beat of his own drum. With his departure from MCA, Kip was poised for a new era, one that would be defined by independence and self-determination. He shared that he was already hard at work on his 6th studio album, one that he expected to release on his own terms, free from the constraints of major label expectations. It was a thrilling prospect, as Kip Moore had always been an artist driven by authenticity, and now with full control over his music, he was ready to chart his own course. But the story didn't end there. In a surprising twist, September 2024 brought another big announcement. Kip had signed a global deal with Virgin Music Group. This partnership would mark a new chapter in his journey, one that would combine the independence he sought with the support of a major global label. Alongside the announcement, Kip revealed his new single, Live Here to Work, a track that hinted at the next evolution of his sound. The title itself, a declaration of living fully in the moment while pursuing one's passion, encapsulated the spirit of this new phase in Kip's career. With a fresh start and a renewed sense of purpose, Kip Moore was ready to continue his musical journey, exploring new territories while staying true to the raw, honest artistry that has made him a standout in the world of country music. From the small town of Tifton, Georgia, to the bright lights of country music's biggest stages, Kip Moore has never strayed from being his authentic self. His journey has been one of raw honesty, musical evolution, and an unwavering commitment to telling stories that reflect the real, unvarnished human experience. Each album, each song, each lyric has been a testament to Kip's passion for music and his relentless pursuit of something true. Whether wrestling with nostalgia on Up All Night, taking bold steps forward with Wild World, or exploring the complexity of love and life on Damn Love, Kip Moore continues to challenge himself, evolve as an artist, and captivate audiences with his distinctive voice and sound. With each new project, he leaves behind a legacy of music that speaks to the heart of the listener, an invitation to explore the world through his eyes. As Kip looks toward the future, one thing is clear: he isn't just here to make songs. He's here to make an impact, to craft moments of reflection, emotion, and connection that endure long after the final note fades. Kip Moore's story is still being written, but with every chapter, he proves that his place in country music is more than secure. It's etched in the hearts of those who truly listen.